The Fugo was a bomb carried by a huge balloon weapon that the Japanese launched against North America during World War II. The official name of the weapon was Fusen Bakudan, which means balloon bomb in Japanese. Fugo was also the secret name for the Fusen Bakudan program. A Japanese Army Major, Shijo Kondo, attempted to find a way to make a disposal airship during World War II, and he came to make a bomb balloon. Traditional Japanese paper washi and a paste of arum root were the two main materials used to create the balloon part of the bomb. Kondo eventually developed balloons with a diameter of about 10 meters, which were often produced in gymnasiums and dome-shaped buildings. A lot of young women were deployed producing those balloons, and some of the girls' lives were lost in accidents. They were strictly ordered to keep the operation details secret even to their families. Once the balloons are released up into the sky, the loaded sandbags fall off and get buoyancy to adjust the weight. Based on a control system, the balloons were predicted to arrive at the United States in 2 days after they were launched, so the balloons raised or lowered in attitude to fly over the Pacific Ocean. The Fugo program stopped as the war situation was worsening and Japan had not heard much about the effectiveness of the program. Until after the war ended, Army personnel in Japan judged that it was an ineffective strategy. However, in fact, there were great psychological effects on the United States as they grasped the Fugo program nervously, and it is said that Japan was not able to know that Fugo was actually impacting them since they strictly regulated the media and censored reports related to Fugo as a way to prevent from being attacked by Fugo any further. It could have been a lot worse, but only 6 people were reported to be the victim of the Fugo program. On May 5, 1945, Prime Minister Archie Mitchell, his pregnant wife Elsie, and 5 children from Mitchell's Sunday school class were on a Saturday morning picnic. 13 miles northeast of Bly, or about 60 miles northeast of Klamath Falls, Mitchell parked the car and Elsie and the children headed to Leonard Creek. Mitchell later remembered, "As I got out of the car to bring the lunch, the others were not far away and called to me they had found something that looked like a balloon. I heard of Japanese balloons, so I shouted a warning not to touch it. But just then, there was a big explosion. I ran up there, and they were all dead." As that was the only incident that taken away some people's life in the United States, a memorial was put up at the exploded site. After doing a long research on Fugo program, I firstly realized that I innocently take peace for granted. Like the incident that occurred in Oregon due to the Fugo project, a normal day in our ordinary time has a chance to change into a tragedy. If I were born 70 years earlier, I could have been one of the women deployed for producing the balloons, some of which were launched from a nearby town south of where I live. We all have to keep in mind that every person has a possibility to get involved in a war or some movement that ultimately works against peace. From my perspective, those are the reasons why we must learn history and pass down the realities of it to the next generation. People can and do learn from failure, and that is why we study.